Wheel.
Darling.
But let me begin with a small info.
Please answer.
Falkirk Wheel is a rotating boat lift in Falkirk Wheel, Falkirk, located in central Scotland, connecting to the Forth and Clyde Canal with the Union Canal. It reconnects the two canals for the first time since 1930, and it opened in 2002 in public. The wheel raises boats by 24 meters, which is 79 feet, but the Union Canal is still 11 meters, which is 36 feet higher than the aqueduct meets the wheel. The Falkirk Wheel is the only rotating boat lift in the world. How cool is that? And one of the two working boat lifts in UK. The other is the Anderston boat lift. And it only takes 1 hour and 2 minutes from Perth, where we came from, and it takes 56 minutes if you're coming from Edinburgh. If you've never been here and wondering if there's an entrance fee, you can visit the small exhibition beside the shops and cafe. However, if you want to experience the boat trip, the ticket will cost £14.50.
right here on the Falkirk Wheel. So welcome aboard. My name's Eddie, I'm your skipper. The other skipper behind you is Jill. If you all could turn around and give Jill a wee wave. It then gives me great pleasure to inform my chest and the boat beneath your feet is the same height, 1.5 meters deep. How clever is that? You're also lucky enough to travel on what we have designed as the world's one and only unsinkable boat. And when it finishes and it's come down again, a wee question and answer session from us now. Now listen, there are 6 emergency exits on this vessel, where I am and where you came in and used already. Across and the 2 back corners. Behind the door it says captain and crew only. It's a secondary exit because it has steps, along with the very, very front door with the green sign that says
reinforced concrete aqueduct. There's just over 100 metres between here and the tunnel, dead ahead of us. We'll go right through that and turn around before heading back and taking a look at the view that's right behind you now. You might have noticed that there are 2 tourist boats in service at the Falkirk Wheel, each with slightly strange names. Archimedes and Antonine. Did you see which one you are on today when you got on? Those special names were chosen for a reason. They're both important parts of the wheel's identity. First, Archimedes. He was a scholar and mathematician in ancient Greece who discovered something that's very important for the operation of the wheel.
Any floating object displaces its own weight of fluid.
Okay. That might need a bit of explanation. Archimedes' principle says that when an object is placed in water, for example the boat you are sitting in now, it displaces its exact own weight in water. The amount of water that moves out of the way to make room for us is equal in weight to the boat itself. That might sound quite simple, but it's actually really important for the smooth operation of the Falkirk Wheel. Each gondola, that's the big tub of water we just travelled up in, holds 250 tonnes of water. When our boat sailed in, we pushed about 60 tonnes of water. That is the weight of the boat and its fuel and all the people in it, out meaning that the gondola then had 190 tonnes of water and 60 tonnes of boat in it. So, the contents of the gondola still weigh 250 tonnes. The clever part is that the other gondola will also weigh exactly 250 tonnes as well. We're evenly balanced with them, and that means that it only takes a tiny bit of energy to get us moving around the central core of the wheel. We're balancing each other out. So while you might think it would take a lot of energy to lift 250 tonnes of steel, water, boat and even you up the 27 metres we just came, it actually took just a small push. About the same amount of energy as boiling 8 electric kettles. That's enough for a cup of tea, each for everyone on the boat. We haven't got time for a cuppa now, but you can get one down at the visitor centre afterwards while you watch the wheel going round again. Another really clever part of the wheel are the cogs. You can't see them as they're inside the workings, but these huge jagged wheels and sensors stop us from tipping over as we move up and down around the wheel. When the designers were putting the plans for the Falkirk Wheel together, they were confident it would work on paper, but they weren't exactly sure. This is the first rotating boat lift in the world after all. So to test their theory out, they built a small-scale model out of Lego to see how it went. Fortunately, the principle worked and the design was commissioned. As we get close to the tunnel ahead, you'll note that we're in a rather charming landscape. At some times of the year, the pool to your left is home to herons. The canal system stretching across Scotland is home to over 30 varieties of aquatic plants, 15 species of mollusks, over 30 types of water flea, and even freshwater sponges, plus the ducks and swans. It's been known for fish to swim into the gondola at the bottom and travel up to the Union Canal with us. Of course, they displace their own weight too. And there are footpaths here as well, leading up into the woods. You can walk along these later if you like. Side of the boat as we enter the tunnel, you'll see a sign reading Rough Castle Tunnel. A castle? You can't see a castle near here. That's because we're about to travel underneath it. Well, almost. There's a Roman castle fort on the hill really quite close by. It was placed there around the year 143 AD as part of a network of military bases built by the Romans to defend the area. These forts were linked by a wall, running right the way across the width of Scotland. For a lot of its distance, this system of forts and walls follows the rough route of the Forth and Clyde Canal, linking the east and west sides of the country. Not only between Glasgow and Edinburgh, but also with the rest of Northern Europe and the world. In the 1830s, 200,000 people each year travelled between the two cities. One operator offered
The express service in just 7 hours on swift passenger boats.
There was, apparently, a sign projecting from the front of the boat that would cut through the tow ropes of any slow-moving vessels that refused to give way. Getting between the two canals still required the use of a lock system though. A few kilometres to the east of here, there was a flight of 11 canal ropes with a fall of just over 3 metres each.
Don't forget to subscribe.